This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was. And they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on, my friend.
That's enough, guys.
Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was. And they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that doesn't end.
How do I turn you off? How do I turn you off?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I really love that song. Hi. Welcome to the Tug and Mule Show. I'm Tug.
And I'm Mule.
She's got that disclaimer to say. She's getting real good at it.
This video is
You're gonna fuck up
intended.
this time.
This video is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please contact your local representative regarding contractual language and contractual rights. That is, if you can find them now that campaigning is over. Oh, did I say that out loud? Oops. All opinions expressed by Wonder Rosie and Bionic Christine are our own and do not reflect that of our employer. All opinions expressed in this video are protected under the National Labor Relations Act. Thank you.
Okay, so we are again back in our own studio
With the bugs.
with the bugs. And as you guys can see, the board is gone. And we just have our beautiful thing. Kind of changing it up a little. So, today, as you guys know, we had the local election. And we're kind of wrapping it up now. And we had the ballot count. And we had the results.
We were
and
observers at the ballot count.
Yes, we were. So most of you already know the results. The KMAX slate had won. So we're going to go over the elected e-board. We're not going to put up the pictures and all that stuff. You guys want to see the pictures? You want to see who they were? You can go back to the nomination video. All their pictures are on there. So we're going to go over the elected board and...
The elected board is Randy K. Secretary Treasurer, Sam Stewart, President, Robert Terrell, Vice President, Dave Gower, Recording Secretary, David De Leon, Tony Quinones, and Miguel Cobos are all trustees. All 7.
That is your 7 elected board members. So, and then as an added note, Randy K. is also the Joint Council 42 President.
Yes, he is.
And Sam Stewart was the chair for the UPS negotiating, the UPS panels. So that means that he basically sat on the head of the panels and at the JALM. He's been doing this for many years, and he has since been removed. And the new chair is Victor Maneros. He is the new. He also is the new
assistant.
No, he is the new Secretary Treasurer of Local 396. He replaced Mickey Mouse. Yay! I'm sorry.
Ron Herrera has since retired or resigned.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna call it retired.
Okay,
Yeah.
he has.
Embezzlement.
He has since retired.
Yes, he retired. Sure.
Okay, enough. So,
I'm sorry. Those are my Mickey Mouse ears. I don't have any on right now. I should have wore some. Anyways,
the appointed.
Victor Maneros is also on your negotiating committee. He's the assistant on the negotiating committee under Mark Davidson out here in the West.
That's what I was talking about. The appointed advisory board members are Josh Davis, Leslie Klein, Laura Chavez, and Richard Guzman. So we're going to run through the bylaws for you because we know that you all seem to, maybe because you don't have a copy of your bylaws.
You should. We've told you where to go.
Okay. But maybe they didn't have the...
Okay. All right.
So you probably haven't read them because they're kind of boring.
Kinda.
But we're going to run through them real quick and let you know what everybody's duties are. And we tell you this because this is how you hold them accountable. You pay them to do this job, and this is what they're supposed to do. And when they don't do it, and you continue to elect them into office, I don't know how to fix that, but they have specific duties to do, and you should hold them accountable, and we have 3 years to hold them accountable to their job.
Because we will be paying them for those 3 years.
Exactly.
A minimum of $9 million a year.
Okay, so let's see. Section 7 says that President's duties. It shall be the duty of the President, Sam Stewart, to preside at membership meetings of this local union and to preserve order therein. He shall appoint all committees and shall also have the right to serve on all committees by virtue of his office, and in general shall perform all duties incident to the office of President and such other duties as may be assigned by the local union executive board, principal executive officer, or membership from time to time. The President shall decide all questions of order during membership meetings, subject to an appeal to the membership. If a valid objection has been taken by an interested member, which appeal shall be determined by a majority vote of the members present and voting. The President shall not vote on motions pending before the membership meeting, except to cast the deciding vote when a tie occurs on any question. The President shall announce the result of all votes and enforce all fines and penalties, and shall have the power to call special meetings as provided in Section 19B. The President shall have the right to vote on all matters at meetings of the Executive Board except where such vote would create a tie. However, the President shall have the right to vote to fill a vacancy on the Executive Board even if the result is to create a tie. Any such tie shall be resolved in accordance with Article 22, Section 9 of the International. So those are...
Really quick, how many of you were thinking of the Nacho Libre part when she kept saying duty? I need a better duty. I'm sorry, it's just
Okay.
popping in my head. I'm
Stop.
adding it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Section 8. Section 8.
Duties of the principal officer.
Duties of the principal executive officer. Stop it. The secretary treasurer shall be the principal executive officer of this organization. He shall, in general, supervise, conduct, and control all of the business and affairs of the local union, its officers, and employees. He shall determine the number of clerical employees of the local union, subject to the approval of the executive board. He shall also select the...
Summarize!
Is there a second?
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion carries.
Okay, fine. So, in general, he picks the lawyers, the accountants, and all those people. And, okay. So, the principal officer, subject to the provisions of Article 23, Section 3 of the International Constitution, together with the President, shall sign all official documents, deeds, mortgages, bonds, contracts, and other instruments, all checks on bank accounts, and perform such other duties as the International Constitution, these bylaws, or laws may require of him. Okay. The principal officer, in conjunction with the President, shall have the authority to disperse or order the disbursement of all monies necessary to pay the bills.
Yeah, summarize.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion carries.
All right.
So basically, he's got the money to pay all the bills and buy everything, and the principal officer pretty much handles the money and the checks and...
The principal officer shall have
Wow.
authority to interpret these bylaws and to decide all question of law thereunder between meetings of the local union executive board. The principal officer shall preside at meetings of the local union executive board, shall enforce the international constitution, these bylaws, and rules of order adopted by this union, and shall ensure that all officers... Oh, wait a minute. Time out. Please pay attention to the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Some of this is important. The summarizing part is not. You go back and read it later.
Okay. And shall ensure that all officers perform
That'd be like your BAs.
their respective duties. He shall also have the right to serve on all committees by virtue of his office. Upon completion of an election of officers that results in a new principal executive officer, the incumbent principal officer or designee shall meet with the principal officer-elect during the period between the date of the election.
Yeah, summarize. Do we have a
He-
second?
Second.
Motion carries.
Just have to...
It's basically if there's someone that takes over, then he's got to meet with them, go over the books and the contracts and
any
grievances
outstanding
and
grievances, etc.
etc.
Okay, section 9 will be the duties of the vice president.
This is another one we might have to summarize on.
Yeah, so just, you know,
Bear with us.
bear with us. It's extensive. It shall be the duty of the vice president to preside at local union membership meetings in the absence of the president. He shall perform such other duties and render such assistance as may be directed by the principal executive officer or by the president.
Wait, it's done.
Sorry.
That's it. That's all you get.
Yeah, that's all you get. So that would be Robert Terrell, your vice president. Section 10, duties of the secretary treasurer. Oh my god, this fucking box.
Bugs. It's the leader bug.
The secretary treasurer, Randy Kamak, shall perform all the duties imposed upon local union secretary treasurers by the international constitution and these bylaws, and in general perform all duties incident to the office and such other duties as from time to time may be assigned to him by the principal executive officer,
Which is also himself.
the local union executive board, or the members by resolution. He shall see that all notices and reports shall be given in accordance with the provisions of the international constitution and these bylaws. Or,
Yeah, summarize.
Fine, he has to make a quarterly report on all the assets and liabilities of the local workbooks and accounts and all that stuff. Secretary Treasurer, upon written request of any member, shall make available
Pay attention again.
to the member a copy of the last annual report. He shall also make available for inspection by any member or members at the local union's principal office during regular business hours any prior annual report and any other document which is subject by statute to such inspection. Copying of any financial record to which a member is entitled by law shall be permitted. Membership list may not be copied. The Secretary-Treasurer shall have custody of the local union seal and the records of the proceedings of all meetings of the local union and the local union executive board as prepared by the recording secretary or such person as is authorized to take such proceedings, and shall keep important documents, papers, correspondence, as well as files on contracts and agreements with employers upon the request of any person in writing or made in person to the Secretary-Treasurer during regular hours at the principal office. He shall provide one copy of the collective bargaining agreement made by the local union with the employer of such person. If the person making such a request establishes that he is an employee directly affected by such an agreement, the Secretary-Treasurer may require a receipt from such person. He shall also maintain at the principal office of the local union copies of agreements which affect members of this union, which agreements shall be available for inspection by any member during the regular hours maintained at the principal office of the local union. So all those little deals that we have, 4 9s and a 4, backup shifters, part-time shifters, I don't flipping know. Too many to name. They should all be in writing somewhere. I have never seen them, but
And just as an added note, when they refer to the local union office, they're per the bylaws, they are referring to the Rialto office. So the bylaws state that the main local union office per the bylaws is Rialto. It is not the Bloomington one.
Okay.
So
The Secretary Treasurer shall keep a correct account of all monies paid to and paid out to by the local union and shall provide receipts for any dues, initiation fees, or other fees, assessments or fines, or other monies received. The Secretary Treasurer will not make any payments from the local union's funds until receiving bills or receipts evidencing the goods or services paid for. The local union Secretary Treasurer shall enter all receipts in the name of the local union and shall deposit all monies in accordance with Article 10, Section 9 of the International Constitution. The Secretary Treasurer must report the names and addresses of all new members coming into the local union to the General Secretary Treasurer and shall send the General Secretary Treasurer a revised list.
Summarize.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion carries.
They have to send Fred Zuckerman an updated list of all members.
And then the next one is basically going to say if there is a change of office, then he has to provide his successor all of the copies and the bonded information, and he has to give it to the Secretary Treasurer, and he has to transfer everything over to the whoever's going to take office. So there can't be a destruction of anything.
Okay, these next two are really important.
Pay attention if you fell asleep.
I know, it's really long. Secretary Treasurer shall provide each new member with a free copy of the International Constitution upon request. The Secretary Treasurer shall provide any member with a copy of the International Constitution and of these bylaws.
That is Section G. It's Part G in Section 10. You need to remember that because you need to go down to the local and you need to get your freaking copy of your Constitution.
And your bylaws.
And your bylaws. They should have them. They have to provide them to you. It's right there, black and white, in the bylaws.
The Secretary Treasurer shall make available to the trustees all documents necessary for them to verify and complete the monthly trustees report, including but not limited to items identified in subparagraph D of this section. The Secretary Treasurer shall make available for inspection by the International Auditor any documents necessary for the auditor to complete the audit.
Did we miss the contract one?
What contract one?
Well, they're entitled to their contract.
Well, I don't know. You kept summarizing.
I know I'm such a bad person. There's
No.
right there.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
I read this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I just wanted to reiterate that you guys, as well as a copy of your Constitution and your bylaws, you also have a right to go down there and request a copy of your contract from whatever craft you're in.
And all the others.
And all of the other additional agreements that they may have made with your company. So you guys need to be getting a hold of this stuff. You need to know what's going on in your local. You need to know what's going on at the IBT level. That's your Constitution. And
Section 11. Duties of Recording Secretary. It shall be the function of the Recording Secretary, Dave Gower, to attend general membership meetings of the local union and the local union executive board and to keep minutes of the proceedings. Minutes shall accurately reflect motions made at meetings and shall include the names of the members making and seconding a motion, whether the motion was adopted or rejected, and the results of and division of the House or secret ballot votes. Minutes shall specifically include all financial transactions approved at the meeting. The recording secretary shall keep a record of the names of the members comprising each committee and handle all correspondence of the local union assigned by the principal executive officer or authorized by membership resolution. In his or her... Why is it that the recording secretary gets a her? His or her. The president and the secretary treasurer were both just hims.
Because maybe in our local, they're only allowed to be male in that position. If they're going to put a female anywhere, they'll only put her there.
Okay.
Let's see if the trustees are allowed to have a female.
Well, wait a minute. Let me finish.
The VP didn't have a her in there.
I don't know that it had a he or a her.
Right. Well, it only had like 2 sentences.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It was very
Sorry.
detailed. In his or her absence, the president shall appoint a member to act as recording secretary pro tempore, who shall have the duties set forth above. The president shall appoint a member or members to keep minutes of every meeting of the members involved. Minutes of division or craft meetings shall be read and approved at the next following meeting of the division or craft involved. Minutes of meetings shall be official records of the local union and shall be maintained at the local union's principal office. It shall be the duty. We are moving on to your trustees. Section
I need a better
12.
dude.
Enough.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to get through this, you know. Section 12, duties of trustees. It shall be the duty of the trustees to conduct or have conducted a monthly, quarterly, if the local union has quarterly dues, examination of the books of the local union, and the results thereof shall be reported at the next regular membership meeting. They shall sign the books if they have found them correct and the bank balance is verified. In the event that a trustee declines to sign the books, the trustee must state in writing to the local union secretary treasurer his reasons for declining to do so and shall also advise the general secretary treasurer of those reasons. A trustee's disagreement with an expenditure properly authorized by the executive board or membership shall not be a valid basis for refusing to sign the books. Trustees shall not sign blank reports. The trustees' reports shall be sent to the general secretary treasurer as required by the international constitution. They shall receive and review the original surety bond covering each officer, employee, and representative of the local union required to be bonded, and retain it at the local union's principal office. They shall have the duty to see that such bonds are current and enforceable. In the event of the unavailability of a trustee, the remaining trustees or trustee shall perform the above functions. In performing their functions, the trustees may avail themselves of the services of the certified public accountants retained by the local union executive board. So that covers your secretary, treasurer, president, vice president, recording secretary, and 3 trustees.
So now we are going to look for the advisory board.
Well, that's not next.
It has to be next because they're on their advisory board. What's next?
Business agents, stewards, sergeant at arms. Nope.
It should be in there.
Powers and duties of local union executive board.
Oh, maybe it's that one. This is the powers, the bylaws, and executive board. An executive board in the office shall take prevent may change the rules and regulations not consistent with these bylaws. Establish salaries for officers, employees, and business agents.
Loan and borrow monies. Approve.
Principal officers, executive officers' employment. No. Business agents.
Fill all vacancies. Transacts all business. Lease or
Leases.
purchase. Sell or dispose.
Sell real estate.
Determine membership.
Create deeds for mortgages. Create trusts. Determine memberships. Affiliate the local union with Joint Council 42. Enter into jurisdictional settlements. The local executive board.
Not seeing anything that says advisory board.
If the executive board is deadlocked, no.
Telegraphing. Do we still do telegraphs?
I don't know. Is that
It's a little outdated.
Is that?
No, that's Morse code.
No, the tick 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 tick, and then they push the little thing and it goes through. And so what the hell's a telegraph? Okay, see these people are so old. I don't even know what a telegraph is.
We're gonna have to look it up later. Okay.
What the hell's a telegraph? Oh my god.
This is the obligation of office. Let us not go there because I might vomit. What?
All officers of the local must, as a condition of holding office, execute all necessary forms required by law to be filled with any federal or state agency, either for and in the behalf of the local union, and as an officer.
Oh, wait a minute,
therefore,
look at-
by accidental
stop.
default shall not be considered a violation.
Look, the officers, business agents, other representatives of this local union, and stewards occupy positions of trust in relation to the local union and its members as a group, and are therefore accountable to the membership with respect to the performance of their duties in handling funds and property of the local union.
The failure or refusal by any officer, business agent, or other representative of this local or steward upon demand of the local union executive board or any other individual member for good cause to render a proper or adequate accounting of explanation respecting the performance of his duties or in handling funds of the property of the local union shall constitute grounds for charges under article. This is very key.
19 of the International Constitution, on which trial shall be had under the provisions set forth in Section 21.
We're gonna go over
hereof.
this one more time.
No, we're not. We're not.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not. Not today. We're looking for the advisory
Fine.
board.
We're gonna revisit that. How to file charges.
Expenses in automobiles.
It's gonna be a fun show.
Nominations and elections.
We're kind of experts. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm still not seeing anything about advisory dues and initiations.
Maybe we should just try the
Meetings.
The
table of contents.
table of context.
Contents.
Okay. Set
We're
words
trying.
again.
We're trying.
Okay. Wait. These
Keep
are
going.
these are the official bylaws, and these are the updated bylaws.
2017.
Okay.
It's only 5 years old. So we started here. President's
Yeah.
duties, officers, eligibility for membership, objects, principal office, jurisdiction, name, standing committees,
Oath.
international constitution, local union property. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. We're not finding anything in there that talks about what the role of or the advisory board. We
So-
don't. So we know what the role of everybody else is and what their job duties
It's
are.
clearly defined. And we
So-
understand it.
Yes.
But we
Theirs is not. So
these people were elected, not by me, but they were
the
elected.
seven were
The
elected.
7. Yes.
The other 4 are appointed, but we don't know. No offense to them. We're actually
we're
friends,
friends
with
with
some of them. We have total respect for them. We're really cool with them, but at the same time, we don't understand why you're appointed. We want a definition of what your job is, so we would like clarification whether it's somewhere in here and we missed it in the bylaws, or
Please,
if it's
let us know.
right, or if it's in the Constitution and we just haven't seen it. So we'd like an understanding so that we can share it with the members. And
What
so
your
that-
role is, we don't understand.
so that everybody can be informed and educated as well as us on why there's an advisory board in our local and what the role of that advisory board is, because the members voted for 7 e-board members and some of us don't understand why, if you guys are this long-standing leadership, proven leadership,
Experienced
experienced proven leadership,
Yes.
why do you need
for advisors.
4 advisors? We're just asking the question.
Just throwing it out there.
We're just wondering, and maybe
What was-
it's because we don't understand what the role of the advisors are.
We were on a Zoom call today, and that one person was just like, "I'm just spitballing here."
Yes. That's it.
So we're just spitballing.
we're just asking the questions because the questions have been asked to us, and we're just kind of relaying it, trying to understand. This is our local. We are
It's
members.
our money.
It's our money. We are going to be paying you. You do work for us.
They forgot
You
that.
do work for us. You do work for us. So we'd like to know why we are paying.
I don't think they know who they work for.
You work for us, the members. 19,000 of us. We pay you $9 million a year. You disperse it per this. It says you get to disperse it. Y'all decide where it goes. We want to know why you're there. What's your role? What are you doing there? Because we only voted for 7 of you. But we're paying for
11.
11.
Yeah.
we feel like we have the right to know why. Why are you there? What's your job? What are you doing? I'm good. I'm getting whacked now. I gotta shut up because I'm just llama llama
What's-
llama llama llama
what do
llama
we-
llama.
Motion to adjourn.
Oh, okay. Second.
Second.
All those approved, say aye. All those opposed, stand up.
Oh. I was the only one that stood up.
Oh, I did too.
I was
Man.
outnumbered and nobody wants to end the show. Oh. Does that
We're
mean I
done.
get to keep bitching?
No.
Oh,
We're done.
well, hell.
So now you know what your board is supposed to be doing for you. Hold them accountable. Make them do their job. Make them do what you're paying them to do.
And we're going to keep informing you on the rules of the bylaws. We'll go over the business agents and
Yeah, we really got to dig into this one.
yeah, and we're going to go over the charges stuff. And we're going to have a lot more really cool shows coming up.
We might
So-
go through this just like one section at a time and kind of break it down for you.
Yeah.
Because
We're-
I don't think I've ever seen that part. I must have,
skipped it. Summarized.
yeah, right? So,
All right, so yeah, we're excited about the shows that are coming, and we want to let you guys know we're going to be getting some merch out there. We're going to be putting it together.
do you know who my daddy
We're
is?
going to be having those. Do you know who my daddy is? Shirts, hats, backpacks, as well as the Tug and Mule stuff, and we're going to have the Wonder Worsey and Bonnet Christine stuff out there. So just look for that real soon, and we're excited about the future for the
Okay.
local and everybody else, and just hold them accountable, guys. You're paying them; they work for you. All right, here we go.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh my god.
Oh, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
She did it. I didn't think she
Well,
was
it's
gonna do
got me thinking about Kentucky Fried Chicken. Oh, one thing go the way.
Say goodbye.
Ah, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
And I'll
Woo, sing it, guys.